So if you've followed me for a while, or even if you've just started following me, you probably know that I love mugwort. And you may have even heard me talk about mugwort already, but guess what? I'm talking about her again today. And right now I'm out in the garden with my patch of Artemisia vulgaris. She is so happy this year. Oh my goodness. So I'm 5'7", just about 5'7", and her tallest point has got to be at least 6'2". She has just exploded this year. This is some mugwort that I actually brought here and transplanted last year, and I've had this mugwort in my life for a handful of years, and I'm really excited to have her with us here in this property because she's so happy here and just really loves this patch. So Artemisia vulgaris is one of the most common types of mugwort that you'll find. It actually is said to have come from Europe originally and was brought over here, and now just grows very easily in many different regions. So the Artemisias all have what is known as thujone in it. I believe that's how you say it. It's an active compound, and it's actually a psychoactive compound. It's found in wormwood, which is a part of the Artemisia family, which is also used in the drink absinthe. So if you've ever had absinthe, you may have been able to experience the kind of like headiness, dreaminess, floaty kind of feeling that it gives you. At least that's been my experience with it. The same kind of thing happens with mugwort. It's a little different than what absinthe would be like, but it has that same very like calming sort of sense to it. One of the greatest properties about mugwort is that it's really calming to the entire nervous system, so it can be used to help with anxiety, with just wanting to, if you're wanting to relax. That's why it's also known as a great dream time herb, because it's good to take before bed. You can take it as a tincture, you can take it as a tea, you can smoke it in an herbal cigarette. There's many ways you can use it. You can actually even just have the mugwort at bedside, and it can actually bring some of the same properties as taking it internally would. So because it's known as a dream herb, it typically is used to produce lucid dreams, to help bring dreams to the forefront. If you're a person that tends to never remember their dreams, mugwort can help you to recall your dreams a little bit better. It is really great at tapping deep into the subconscious mind. So if you're working through some stuff, or you thought you worked through something and then you take mugwort, it typically will bring a lot of those things into the dream realm so that you can start to then process it in your subconscious so that you can move through those things. One of the properties of mugwort that is a great way to indicate that it's mugwort is, so here's the leaf. We have nice green color on it, and then when you flip it, it has this silvery white, almost like soft downy underside to the leaf. That is one of the indicators of mugwort and any of the Artemisia families. Robin Rose Burnett, which is an herbalist that I really appreciate, talks about the ability that mugwort has to open the third eye, and one of the practices she does is she will take a leaf just like this and put it onto her third eye and meditate with it that way. And I find that to be just such a great practice. It's very calming. Even me just putting it up to my head right now, I can feel the calming energy, and I just love the shape of it, how here it sits on my third eye, and just look at how it opens upward through my head. So it's almost like it creates this channel of movement all the way through the body. And that brings me to the property of an ememagog, which this plant is, which helps to bring heat to the pelvic region. And so it's going to help to just move that energy up and out. And it also will bring the heat to the pelvic region of a woman or a man. So if a women can use it to help to soothe cramps during menstruation, but men can also use it too to help to bring healthy circulation to their sexual organs, and just reproductive health is really important for both sexes, and mugwort is a really great ally for both people in that way. Mugwort can help to regulate a woman's cycle very well. It can also induce a delayed period if that is something that you're experiencing. One thing to keep in mind is you do not want to use mugwort if you're pregnant, and you don't want to use it if you're trying to get pregnant. You also probably would want to wait a little bit after pregnancy to use it, just because of that warming action it has on the pelvic region. That's something that you want to be aware of. Another thing that I really love to use mugwort for is something called a smudge. Also, in the European tradition, it's called seining. It's not called smudging, it's called seining. And you can bundle mugwort into, you would grab maybe 2 or 3 of these here and bundle it up, cut it and bundle it and wrap it with twine and let it dry, and then you can make smudges. Now on my right side here, that's another type of mugwort. That's known as coastal mugwort. It grows all the way from the coast of Mexico all the way up to Vancouver, BC area. That is the mugwort that I really like to make smudges with because it's very, very fragrant. It's higher in essential oils, and it has this lovely, lovely scent to it, and it bundles very well as a smudge. I don't typically use this type of mugwort for medicine because it's so high in the essential oils, and those can sometimes irritate the stomach and the rest of the system. Let me think, what else about mugwort? Okay, protection. Lots of protective energy comes from this plant. And one of the things that I love about it so much is that because it helps us travel into the astral realms and go journey to the other side, the other worlds, you might want to say. When we do that, it's very important to have protection when we do that, and mugwort will offer the protection. So she not only offers protection when you're doing that, but she will take you there. She will allow yourself to open up to just be a channel or be able to communicate with the other side a little bit better. So massive protection comes from this plant, and I feel it very strongly. She is sometimes referred to as cronewort, and I just love that name about her because you can feel the crone wisdom energy coming from her, and I think that that's one of the other reasons why she's so well known as a dream herb, because a lot of times, sometimes we just things need to be just brought to our attention really quickly. And a lot of times our elders will do that to us. They'll tell you just like it is, straight to your face, and they're not going to bullshit you because they've been around the block. They don't have time to deal with a bunch of crap, So I think mugwort is a lot like that, especially with the dream realm, because sometimes you can take her, and I've had it where she has brought stuff up for me that I'm like, whoa, yeah, I do need to deal with that. And so here we go. And mugwort will help show you that. But she'll also be very nurturing to you as well, just like a grandma would. So I'm just very excited to share the mugwort with you guys. And there's going to be a lot of mugwort medicine coming down the pipeline this summer, just because it is so abundant, and I know she wants me to work with her, and she wants to be shared, and I want to share my mugwort medicine with more people. So hey, if you want to learn more about mugwort, if you want to learn more about herbs in general and homemaking and how you can make your own remedies and just be a little bit more self-sufficient, I can help you with that. So hang out with me whenever you feel, and I really appreciate you watching. And do you work with mugwort? Have you worked with mugwort before? Let me know in the comments below, and tell me how you like to use mugwort the best. And yes, so take care.